Hey, so as you can see by the title, this is another weekly goals update. I think that these videos are now just going to be going up on Tuesdays because even though I started these goals on New Year's Day, which was a Sunday, I've kind of subconsciously been starting them on a Monday because that's like the start of the week and it confuses my brain. So it's just easier for my brain and just makes a little bit more sense to start them on a Monday and then start a new one on a new week on the Monday. So we got the printer working and I've got last week's weekly 5 printed out now. So the first goal for last week was to smoke 5 or less cigarettes every day. Nice and short answer, found it pretty easy, smoked as little as 3 on one day, so I will be carrying the goal over to next week and cutting down to 4 instead of 5. First tick. Second goal was to complete all of the home exercises that I'd set for myself every single day. Most of the days I did do and I was finding it alright, it was just kind of scheduling the time to do it. I did miss 2 days because I was at my aunt's for 2 days, so it was just offset of the schedule. But I will be carrying them on this week. So that's across and they'll be getting carried over. Third goal was to get all of my work completed for college so that we could start this big new project thing that was supposed to be starting yesterday, which was Monday. I didn't manage to finish all of them by Monday, yesterday. Some people have started FMP, but it's alright because there are quite a few people in the class that haven't completed everything. A lot of people are still finishing off little bits and tutors are helping out, so I'm not like super behind, I'm like the only person behind. I think with last week I just kind of underestimated the amount of work they actually had to do. I thought it was a lot smaller than what it actually was. So again, I'll be carrying that goal over to this week, which I've already started. So the goal over this week is to finish all of that work so I can start the new project thing. Hopefully within this week and not like Monday, but either way, this week. So across, again, getting carried over. So the last 2 goals I have not completed, and I'm going to talk about that in a sec. I will be carrying on doing them, but I'm not going to put them in for this week's weekly goals. I've put new ones on there. That's because I'm still struggling with my sleep. There's been nights where I've just really not managed to get to sleep, and I've been really struggling, and then I've overslept because I'm sort of making up the amount of sleep that I need to be able to like function and get up. I actually didn't sleep all night. It's currently 5 minutes to 10 in the morning, and I didn't sleep since about 12 o'clock yesterday, again, because I couldn't get to sleep. Woke up late and I was feeling like crap. I actually didn't go to college, but I did manage to finish some work while I was at home, at least. And then the 3 meals a day goal, which the only problem with that was the sleep. So if I would sleep until like 12 o'clock, I'd miss breakfast, so I couldn't get the 3 meals a day in, so that would kind of be messed up by the sleep thing. So both of them, I'm going to continue to work on those and carry on doing them and working towards them, but they're not going to be part of the weekly 5 goals. And the reason I'm not keeping them as a goal, but I am still working on them, is because when I'm doing the weekly 5 goals, it's trying to like do small things over the course of the week or every day through the week to give a little sense of accomplishment and to get closer to a bigger goal. The sleep thing is a big goal that I want to achieve by the end of 2017. So I don't know if there would be a way that I could break that up and sort of make it going to bed a little bit earlier and getting up a little bit earlier and sort of working on that and working up gradually. I don't know, but I keep continuously failing it and it's making me feel like I've failed the whole of weekly 5 because I just can't do that one. So those 2 bottom ones, 2 crosses, as I said, gonna carry on. New goals won't be getting carried on to this week. Alright, so I've got this week's goals, which I actually started yesterday because today is Tuesday, and as I said in the beginning, starting them on Monday now because my brain is stupid and gets confused easily. So the first goal for this one is basically the same as the first goal for the last one, which was to smoke 5 or less cigarettes every day. This one is to smoke 4 or less. I know it is going to be difficult with just 4. My problem is, especially with college, is that you've got set breaks. So I go out for a break and normally I'm just used to having a cigarette. So it's kind of, I can go out and kind of be craving one and try and stop myself and, you know, show some willpower. Or I can stay inside a break, but then that's 50 minutes of break that I'm just sat around being bored and it doesn't really seem like I've used the break, if you know what I mean. So I don't know, it's going to be a challenge anyway. We knew it was going to be a challenge. Quitting smoking is always going to be difficult in some way or another at some point. But I'm continuing on with it. I think it's going to go pretty well, hopefully. Fingers crossed, we got it. Second goal, again, same from last week, just dragged over, which is to do the home exercise that I set myself every single day. Like I say, it's not been particularly difficult, it's just that I was at my nan's for 2 days. So normally I would only be at my nan's for 1 day a week. So what I've got to make sure I do is basically do all those before I go to my nan's. And the third one revolves around something that I've not actually talked about in a video, which was actually one of my 2017 goals that I achieved on the 2nd day of 2017. Not too shabby. I got a job. Now it's not this big, amazing, like full-time, part-time job. It's self-employment. It's basically selling Avon products. It's just when I can. It's commission-based, so basically what people buy, I get a certain percentage of. It's not a lot of money, but it's a bit of money in the meantime while I'm also looking for part-time work. But this third goal is basically to go around the rest of the houses that I haven't got to yet. I placed my first order the other week, I've been delivering those, I've got the last couple to deliver tomorrow, but I haven't gone all the houses that I got given, because you get given like a territory, which is basically like all the houses around your area, like where you live, and you go and knock on all the doors and you just basically like, you know, would anyone be interested in having a look at an Avon brochure? They say yes, you give them a brochure, you come back on another day and come and pick it up, see if they've got an order. If they say no, you go, cool, no problems, and they don't buy from you. But I've still got quite a few houses to go around, and my goal for this week is on Saturday and Sunday and maybe Friday morning, depending on what's going off, is to get around the rest of those houses. When I set this, I didn't realise how many houses I actually had left. I did count them earlier, and I have 62 houses to go around, which doesn't seem like all that much because you're just knocking on doors, but that also includes like 2 minutes waiting if someone hasn't heard you. Sometimes you knock first time, wait a little bit, knock again, they hear you on the second knock and they've got to get to you, and sometimes they want to chat and stuff. And it's a lot of walking, and the streets around the back of me for some reason are confusing as hell. It's like one street, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it goes to like 30 of some other street, and there's like, it's poorly signed, it's just confusing as hell. So that will take a little while, but that's my goal, is to try and get all those finished. Don't know how achievable it is, we'll find out when I go and try and do it. Fourth one, to get all those assignments finished. Already mentioned that, but yeah, that's what I'm doing over the course of this week, is trying to get all the work finished. This time I know I have actually got not very much to do. So basically while I'm at college, all it's going to be is me working on that work, because I can't start the project thing until I finish this work. I know there's other people that haven't finished it, so I could probably sort of help them out and they can sort of help me out. Team effort, get it sorted, get it done. And the last one is to film 2 videos this week. Now I'm not counting the weekly 5 updates, because basically I just sit here and talk and it's not really a proper video. It's kind of like a bonus. So what I mean is my main Sunday videos. It's basically like having an extra video in storage. I've just uploaded one, but I've got one already for next week, which just basically means if I can't film next week for whatever reason, I'm busy, I just don't have time to do it, or I have to rush it, rather than rush it, I've got a video that I've took time and really prepared for and managed to do. So I've already got one video that I need to film on Friday, and another one which I think I might also be able to film on Friday, not entirely sure, but I'm going to try either way. So yeah, that's my little update about how last week's goal went and which goals I'm going to be having for this week. As always, I would recommend doing this. It's really good to be able to break down bigger goals into 5 little things to do over the course of the week or every day for the week. It just lets you focus 1 week at a time rather than over the span of like a whole year or months or however long your goal is set to take. And if you do this, let me know in the comments what your weekly 5 goals are. So thank you for watching, come along my journey, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.